Ew. I am so glad to see you. But before we even get into what you're seeing in the thumbnail and the title, roll that intro, because this is the first episode of the Dillywod Show. We back, baby! Wow, that was amazing. I wonder who edited it. But anywho, welcome back to the Dillywod Show. I'm Dillywod and this is my show. Now, as you saw in the thumbnail, there's a purple DW logo, so that means we're going to be working on clothes today. But since this is the first Dillywod clothing video, I think we should phone a friend. And that friend is our journal. Let's see what we got in here.
This is a cool cat. I drew it the other day outside, but it's not really what we're looking for, so let's keep flipping to see if we can find it. That wasn't nice. Oh hey! This is Walton. Look at his shorts. Those look pretty cool. We could probably do something similar to this. Alright, let's head back to the desk and figure out what we can work with this one.
Wow. Thanks, Journal. We're definitely going to be using you in the future. Now, let's kind of run down of what we're going to be making. So, Walter was wearing some really cool ass shorts, but it's about to be winter and it's getting a little cool now, so I think we should probably make some pants, but kind of with that same zigzag pattern going along down the side. I'm also thinking we can use some of the extra fabric that we have from the pants to make a pocket either on the side or maybe even the back, but we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. All right, I think the next step is getting these pants. So let's head to the desk. If you sew, you probably can relate. Where the fuck do seam rippers be going? Like, I feel like every single time I need a seam ripper, I'll be losing at least 2 or 3 of them. Ding! We found it. What's good? We're here at the desk, and we're about to get into making some of these pants. Before we start out, though, hold up. Check out the drip, you know what I'm saying? I thrifted it. I literally think it's meant for like chefs, like when they be cooking. Like I think it's for chefs. But hey, drip is drip, fire is fire. I'm gonna start this off by saying this is not a tutorial. Like, I'm literally just making shit inside of my room, and if you want to follow along, that's really what this is about. So let's get to it. So, since we're making pants, I have these 2 pants that I thrifted a while ago, and I've been meaning to make something with them. So, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to actually make something with them. First pants, you know, just simple gray pants. And then we got the second pants, which, you know, simple blue jeans. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I was picking out the pants for these, you know, I clearly have some pants over here. I wanted to do something kind of lighter, kind of, like similar to this, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have any light pants that I can bear to spare. We're just gonna use these 2 pants and we're gonna figure out how we're doing this. So the main idea of the pants is that I kind of want this zigzag pattern that kind of goes down the side, and we're gonna sew it into these, but I want it to be this fabric specifically. I want it to be these pants. I'm gonna trace the part that I want to be cut out of these. And then I'm gonna use that as a template to cut out of these to make for these. Now, as I said in the, previously, we might use some of this extra fabric to make, I don't know, maybe pockets. Put pockets, I don't know exactly where yet, but we'll figure it out. But before we start anything, we gotta trace this up. So let's get tracing. I actually think I'm gonna measure this because I just tried to do a freehand, as you just saw, and I think it'll look better if it's kind of more symmetrical on the sides. At least as symmetrical as I'm gonna try to get. So I want 4 big loops, I think. I think that'll look the best. I'm going to measure how long I want it. So it's about 40 inches. So I'm gonna mark where I'm starting this so that I can start it there on the other side as well. I was gonna take these pockets off, but nah, look at it. I think it actually might look cool if I cut into the pockets, and when I re-sew it, it's basically gonna make like a smaller kind of pocket. But I think that's gonna look pretty cool. So next step, we're gonna get to cutting. Let's do this.
Wow, man.
Okay, so I just cut my finger open. Yeah. Shit. Let this be a lesson. I told you this isn't a tutorial. Don't be like me. Okay, let's continue though, but safely. Okay, we got one side completely done. Now we just gotta do the other side. But I'm not gonna let you sit here and watch me cut out the other side. We already know what we gotta do. And that's number 2. We've now got both of our side panels. This side's a little bit bigger because that's just how I cut into them. This is scrap pieces. We don't really need this right now, so we're gonna put this to the side. Now these are our pants. Don't they look so wonderful? Okay, it's been like 2 weeks since that last clip. It's been so long that I literally healed my finger. But let's get back into it. So now, all we have to do is basically take the templates that we use to cut these out and cut out the same spot in these pants. So run that time lapse. I'm honestly just gonna put this part that I had cut already over these pants, and then I'm gonna just cut it out. If you're still watching, how are you doing? How's your day been? You know? How was your day? Did you eat? What you eat today? Sounds good. Yeah. Piece 1. Ooh. So while I'm doing this, let me tell y'all a little story real quick. Tell me why. This is maybe about like 2 weeks ago. I'm going to the corner store because I need a lighter, right? As one does. I walk in there and I see this older man with, I think, his daughter, and she's holding this big box. Now, the first thing that caught my eye when I walked inside the store was the stench. It stunk so bad. I even talked to the worker who I know who works there, and he was like, yo. And I was like, what is that? So I happened to peep in what's in this box. It's a full box of crabs. I can't make this up. A full box of crabs. When I tell you that whole place stunk so bad. Now, mind you, if you've been into a corner store, you know those places don't got barely any room for activities. So it's already compact in there with other people in there in this big box of live and deceased crabs. Like, I don't know what they got going on. But let's get into these pants. Okay. Bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay, now that we have both sides completely cut up, we really only have like a couple more steps until we're completely done. First, we gotta pin the outsides so that we can sew them. Then we gotta sew them. Then we gotta seam rip the inseam so that we can have space on our sewing machine to sew the last part of it. Then we gotta sew the last part of it. Then we gotta sew the pants back together and then turn them inside out, and then we're completely done. Okay, that is a lot, but you guys just watched me do it, so let's just jump to when they're done. Wow, these came out beautiful. Now, if you see some of the stitching is like rough on the edges, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of left it like that because I think it looks cool. Like, I think honestly, I think it looks great like this. I didn't think this pocket was gonna match up either, but it did. That's the Dillywod way, you know what I'm saying? And you're probably wondering, where are the pockets? Well, guess what? I'm not adding any. Sorry, past Dillywod, for even saying that, because I think these look better without pockets. So, honestly, I think it's time to see what these look like on body.
Just a young nigga, going through shit. I know I'm on blood.
Alright, that's the end of this video. I appreciate you so much for staying to the end if you did. Just making this video, I had a lot of hiccups running into different problems that I didn't even know I would run into with my sewing machine and idea-wise and just weird threads and stuff like that. But I didn't put that all in here because I kind of just wanted to be very cohesive. I thank you for watching because normally I would have given up by then. But this is kind of helping me push my ideas all the way to the end and seeing them through. So hopefully that inspires you in some way because it sure does inspire me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. That really helps me out because I want to keep making these videos and they're super fun. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram to keep up with what I'm doing and all that jazz. But enough of that. I'll see you next week. We're playing some games. Be there or be squared. Dillywod, out of this shit.